Hey, second graders. Hope you guys are having an awesome, wonderful Wednesday. I just want to get on here and show you a little new addition to our daily slides. If you have this box up here, that means it is extra important when you're going to your turn-in in the Google Classroom. So again, this is what mine looks like. It looks a little different. But when you go to day 18 work turn-in, I want you guys, when you are turning in your work, if you're turning in your work, to be sure to put your poem in there. Either take a picture or you can even write it in the document itself if you would like. I really, really want to see these because we are doing fourth quarter report cards and this will help me see how you do. Now, I also want you to know as second graders for your report card, we are not going to do the E, M, P, or N. Basically, this is like a checklist for me now. Instead of doing E, M, P, or N, I just need to check off if you did it or maybe if you didn't do it. And if you forget to turn this in, it's okay, but I just want to know if you're doing it. I want to get to see it, so just send that my way, okay? Now, for today, of course, we have reading, writing, math, and social studies. For reading today, you can choose one of these three options. These bottom two, we've had a lot as an option. So you can choose those or read a book of your own. Or you can reread I Had a Great Day because we are going to work on some poetry for writing. Or you can read your favorite poetry book. Now, if you want to go to your favorite poetry book, a friendly reminder that you guys can get on Epic. You can go to getepic.com. You can click on students. You can type in your code if you need to. It is CUK3038. Go. And Bryce, if you're watching this, I'm going to use yours as an example. And then you can go here and you can search for poem. Now, actually, if you want to search poems, you might get more of a collection of books. Yep, so here, there's Ocean Soup, some Tide Pool poems, cat poems, pizza, and other stinky poems. You might even recognize some of these down here. We've talked about list poems before. Yesterday we did narrative poems, so there's all kinds of things that we can do. Then we can also do, if you want to do that, you can read your own poetry book or you can just do Epic, but that is an option for you. So go ahead and make your choice on what you would like to do. And then I want you to pause the video while you get your reading activity done. Okay, so ready, set, pause, and then you can move. I know you're looking at this on the video screen, but you can, when you're up here, you can click pause, move back down to here, and then you can come back to the video. So go ahead and do that. Ready, set, pause. All right, welcome back for writing. Today you will be doing some poetry writing. If you want to reread I Had a Great Day, or just give it a quick peek, you can kind of look at how this author rhymes. Now, do you have to rhyme in your poems? No. But you are going to use your poem yesterday as some inspiration. Take your personal narrative from yesterday, the one where everything went great, everything went well, and you are going to change it into a poem using your 5 senses. Now, for your poems, don't forget the important things, putting on your poet glasses, thinking about where your line breaks are. And you don't have to use all 5 senses, but I would use at least 3. Remember that poems can be long or short. It doesn't have to be this big, huge poem as long as your story was. Maybe borrow some things from your story and think about adding line breaks in your story. Okay, so go ahead and work on that. You'll have, you can take as long as you need to, but please also know that right here between these slides, I'm going to put a little picture to remind you of the types of poems we talked about in class. Some of them we did talk about, some of them we didn't, but 2 big ones were conversation poems and list poems. So think if you can use one of those, maybe a list poem for your senses. So if you want to look there, go ahead and, again, you're up here, and you'll come down here is where it will be, and then write your poem and come back here to make sure you've done what you're supposed to, and then come back to the video. So go ahead and hit pause when I say pause, and get writing. Ready, set, pause. All right, welcome back. After you have finished with your poetry writing, if you haven't done your handwriting, go ahead and do that, and then you'll hit pause. If you did it already, then you're ready for math, but just wait. I'm going to say pause again. If you need to do your handwriting, go ahead and begin. Ready, set, pause. All right, welcome back. If you have just finished your handwriting or if you were just waiting for me to come back for math, it is math time. So for math today, this is a review. We are telling time. We've done this before. This BrainPop video, when you click on it, you'll notice it says telling time to the minute. We have not done that. So you might want to watch the video and kind of get an introduction to that. If it's feeling really, really, really tricky and mom and dad are busy, you can just worry about telling time to 5 minutes for this next activity. But if you're kind of up for the challenge and you want to give it a try, you can do that. You will create your own analog clock using the printout clock. So here, if your parents printed it for you or you have the packet, you will cut it out. And then you will cut out the minute hand, the hour hand, and if your parents have what's called a brad, it's how you poke through here. If they don't have that, talk to them and see if they have something else you can poke through to kind of keep your hands in one place. Or you can use a paper plate and put on the numbers yourself. There's all kinds of ways. So just have a clock like this, or you can draw it in your notebook too. You might have to draw a few of them, but you can make a clock however you would like. And once you've created it, you're going to actually show me 4 times on the clock of your 4 favorite times of the day. So for me, one of my favorite times of the day is 8:30 because that is when I have coffee. That's when I get reading before I start work. So if I were on my clock, I would have my hour hand between the 8 and the 9. And remember, the hour hand's the shorter hand. And it's between the 8 and the 9 because my minute hand is halfway around the clock. 8:30 is 8 because it's past the 8, but it hasn't reached the 9 for my hour hand. And for my minute hand, I'm going to 30. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Hopefully this video will help you review that a little bit, but if you needed that reminder. Pick 4 times and you'll draw the picture of your analog clock on a piece of paper and write the time. Tell why that is one of your favorite times of the day. Once you have finished that, you will be moving on to fluency practice. Many of you have played this game before. Odd or even, you are playing against the deck of cards. You want your sum for 2 cards to be, for the top 2 cards of this stack to be even. So if they're even, you get to take them away. You get to keep them. However, if your answer is odd, you then pull out 1 more card from the deck and you stack it. And you hope the top 2 cards are even. If they're not, which these are not because it's 11, you will put another card on top and hope it equals even. And when that happens, you can take those top 2 cards away and you'll put on 1 more card, and you want to get this stack to be as small as possible. Or you can get on Math Playground and you can do some 2nd grade math activities. Or if you want to be more specific on your skill, you can come down here. Okay. Now, go ahead and hit pause, and I want you to work on that time showing 4 times on the clock. And then doing your fluency practice. Ready, set, pause. All right, welcome back for social studies. Social studies, we are talking about opportunity costs and benefits. Now, cost is usually what negative. It means it cost you something. You had to kind of give something up. Benefit is obviously, it's a good thing. A benefit is something good that happens. Now, people don't always have the resources or the money to get all of our needs and wants. We have to make choices. When we make choices, we have benefits and opportunity costs. You can watch this video to learn more about benefits and opportunity costs. So what I do want you to do, I want you to click on this video, and you're going to click on it for real. I'm not clicking on it because it gets too loud. And you are going to watch the whole video before you listen to the rest of me talking about this, because you want to watch this first. It helped me understand more about cost-benefit analysis, which sounds really fancy. But if you watch the video first and then finish this video with me, that will be the best way. So go ahead and open it up, which will take you, you'll have to pause this video first. come down to here, click on the video, watch it, and then come back to my video up here. Okay, so go ahead and watch that. Ready, set, pause. Okay, welcome back. Hopefully that was really helpful for you because I know it taught me a lot. It made me realize whenever I make choices, and especially when they're tough ones where I really want both things or I really need both things, it can be hard to choose because there's benefits to each choice. There's also costs to each choice. So you can look at this cost-benefit analysis anchor chart. Now here are the choices between a hamburger or pizza. And they come down here and they explain that opportunity cost is what you give up when you decide to buy something else, and the benefit is something that satisfies your needs and wants. So for me, I'm thinking for a burger. If I were to get the burger, I would really like how it's really like juicy and flavorful, and there's lots of good toppings on it. Like I really like the lettuce and the pickles. But the cost would be that I don't get the crust on the pizza. If I get the burger, sure, I get lots of flavors and toppings, but I don't get the crust, and I really like pizza crust. So the opportunity cost is no crust. The benefit is pickle toppings, and that's for the burger. But when I come over to the pizza, of course, the benefit is I get the crust, but the opportunity cost is I don't get those crunchy pickles, and I have to decide between those two, which am I more willing to give up? The crust or the pickles, or which do I want more? So when I'm deciding between these two, I think I have to go with the pizza because for me, that crust is my favorite part of the pizza and I like it more than I like pickles. So I'm going to pick this one. Every single choice has an opportunity cost and it has a benefit. So then you're going to come over here to this activity, again, print it or get it from your resource packet, or you can write it into your notebook. For each of these choices, you're going to write down the choice that you made. So between the toy car and the toy airplane, you're going to write the choice you made and why it was a good choice for you. What was the benefit? So if I picked the toy car or the toy airplane, let's say I picked the toy car, I would write toy car here, and I would write it rolls. That was the benefit for me. I like toys that roll. They can roll on the floor and go a really long way. But of course, the opportunity cost, what I lose from the airplane is that I don't get a toy that flies through the air. So I could write, it does not fly in the air. That's what I gave up because I picked the toy car. So do the same thing for yourself here. You might have chosen the toy airplane. Tell me why you chose it and what you're missing out on by not getting the toy car. And then you're coming down here, you're doing that for each of these. And you think, can you think of your own example of a choice you have had to make? What was the benefit of that choice and the opportunity cost? So I would say for here, maybe you're choosing between how you spend your allowance money. You might pick the two choices that you had. Let's say you could choose between a toy car or a video game. And you could put the benefit for the toy car and the opportunity cost. You could put the video game, the benefit, and the opportunity cost, and break that down. So do that. If you need some help from mom and dad, I know they can help you. And if they're feeling stuck, show them this video, have them watch it, and have them help you, okay? Because this is kind of tricky for adults. So it's okay if this is feeling tricky. But just know the big idea I want you guys to get from this is that every choice has a cost and a benefit. There's going to be something you miss out on, and there's going to be something that you get. All right, and that's it for day 18. Keep up the amazing work. Let's do a grade and cheer together. Ready? Clap, clap, woo. Keep up the good work, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.